If you don't like McNuggets, this is not your podcast.
Another
McNugget
day
update.
of podcast with McNuggets.
I feel like tomorrow, once the RIOT anniversary is over,
will be totally it.
Like tomorrow, there's going to be McNugget talk.
Yes.
It's a guaranteed. It's a given.
We will end the week.
That may be it.
We've got our RIOT anniversary that is coming tonight. So depending on when you're listening to this podcast, you can always access it afterwards. But go to RadioU RIOT on Facebook. Go ahead and follow us there, or RadioU RIOT on YouTube, and we'll post it there too, where our other anniversary and other live events are, so you can see us do a second show.
All right, stuff in the podcast. We talk. We might need to take a step back and look at the content.
The show as a whole.
Right, because I'll tell you, there might be too much. Here we've got, we talk about reading The Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Watching the Wreck-It Ralph trailer, The Rocketeer, Friday the 13th. I feel like maybe we've got a lot of
movie stuff in there.
Maybe we just need to pull it back just a little bit.
Entertainment and food. It's always been something we've leaned towards.
Oh, food. Papa John's. Let's see. Oh, there's poop, monkeys, and apple.
It's a nice show. Hopefully you guys enjoy it today.
Plenty of stuff in there for you. So, hey, seriously, though, you guys enjoy the podcast. Please, if you're getting this on Thursday, March 1st, join us tonight, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, for the RIOT Live event on Facebook. You can always... How do we say like and follow us at RadioU?
If you like the page, that's not enough anymore. You have to go ahead and basically subscribe and follow the page. So that way it shows you first when we notify and send out something. You'll get the information.
All right. Anything else we need to throw out there?
Have a wonderful Thursday.
McNugget you later. It's the RIOT.
Bye.
Leftovers from the most disgusting meal you've ever had. It's the worst of the RIOT on RadioU.
Look, let's face it. The only reason you guys are here right now is for McDonald's update. We have too many more of these, and we're going to need a produced intro and special music.
I think that is the case. So tonight is our anniversary show.
It is.
We will be doing a special
today's
one.
Our anniversary, or is it tomorrow?
Technically, I think it'd be
technically tomorrow.
I think it'd be like tomorrow, but
it was a Friday.
We didn't want to do a RIOT anniversary show on Friday night. We usually do Thursday, so it works better. But we're doing a special show tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, on our RadioU and our RadioU RIOT Facebook pages.
Mm-hmm. So, as part of that, Nikki and I are trying to eat every McNugget sauce ever, and that has become an epic journey.
Mostly, we started off with the Szechuan sauce. We've never tried it, and so we grabbed it, and that's for tonight.
Yep.
Then it became, well, wait a minute, what are all these other sauces we've never tried?
Never.
For McDonald's, and so we collected as many as we can, and we're going to try them tonight.
Okay, so... this morning...
What do you bring?
I went to McDonald's, okay?
We can't go anymore.
I know.
We can't go anymore to get these things.
But here's the thing to keep in mind. Yesterday I went to McDonald's and they wouldn't even serve me.
Why? That's right.
No one would come to the window. So today I go to McDonald's and I get there and I'm like, hey, I want this. And then could I get this sauce? And, oh, sure, okay. And some ketchup. Yeah, sure.
Don't you feel like they're lying to you? Then when you come around, what'd you get?
Here we go. Let's go ahead and reach in here. We got a sausage biscuit and...
No sauce. Yeah, that's what they do.
Not even any ketchup.
We need honey left. We need the habanero sauce. And I think that's it, isn't it?
No, I actually... That's what you texted or emailed me or something yesterday, but I feel like there's one more. Because my thing this morning was like, I'll get the honey, because they'll think if I put the honey on the biscuit, they're like, oh, sure, everyone puts a honey on a biscuit. No, I'm going to call you honey.
It's normally the breakfast one. That's the time you get it.
But you know what we got here?
Well, we have the signature sauce. We have the spicy buffalo. We have ranch. We have honey mustard. We have sweet and sour and tangy barbecue. So we need honey and habanero.
And that's it? And I just want to be clear, guys, the only thing I've contributed to this is the honey mustard. And I'd also like to be clear that Nikki and I have been to McDonald's the same number of times. So that should clue you in that when I go, people are like, don't put that in the bag. Just give him the food. Get him out of here.
Don't do that.
And when Nikki shows up, they're like, let's give her a few.
Well, the difference is I've been going in. And I never...
Okay.
Oh, you haven't, too?
Okay, well, ironically, the only time I got sauce, I did go in.
That's what you have to do.
This morning was the drive-thru again, and they're just like, get him out.
Just push the bag and make it look like there's sauce in there.
Put some extra napkins in.
Put some air.
It's fine. Just blow in the bag.
So the honey and I think the habanero.
That's what we've got
might
left.
be the last ones left.
Okay.
Dude, my desk upstairs looks like a McDonald's drive-thru. I've got so many sauces everywhere.
Starting to smell up there, too. But not in a good way.
Just so many.
It's like it's rotting bag.
So that is today for 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. If you want to watch us, we'll host a special show and we'll do all that then.
Hey, I'm still not sick of it. Bring on the nuggets.
We are tonight.
We're dipping it.
Oh, gosh. I don't want any more.
The Riot sees gas station hot dogs as part of a balanced breakfast.
Is that bad?
Well, not good.
It's The Riot. On RadioU.
Nikki, I've just got to say that for the last, 3 or 4 days, instead of going home and playing games and instead of, aside from my McDonald's time.
I was going to say, what else are we offering recently? We're stuck in this.
I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've started rereading The Lord of the Rings.
You seem to be really enjoying it.
It's so good.
Well, good.
It's so good.
When you rewatch are you going to rewatch the movies then too, or
no? Because I feel like that's the quick and easy path. Like I'm going back through.
Well, after the books.
Oh, absolutely. Like that. Absolutely. Like I'm gonna watch everything, maybe even all the appendices. Like I'm all in, but I'm not letting myself watch the movies until I get through the books. And that might seem like, whoa, that'll be forever, and you won't even want to watch the movies. Do you hear yourself?
What are you saying?
Of course I'm going to still want to watch them.
It's a classic, guys.
But here's the thing, and I realize not everybody's going to be completely on board with what I'm saying, but I can't tell you the last time I read something and I was just like, the grammar is so good. But it is. The word choice and the sentence structure.
Have you checked out our Facebook page?
No, that's what I've been thinking. I've been staring
no
at the.
No one nowadays has any of that.
I've been staring at BuzzFeed and the internet for so long that when I go back to someone writing a whole paragraph, you're like,
"What is this? This is impactful.
Look at that. That's amazing." It's not the 3 ways that the hobbits got to Mordor. 25 things to take on your journey.
No, it's 10 signs you know you're a Frodo. That's what it is. That's what we're used to.
It's nothing like that. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. Like, I'm just amazed by it. And I haven't been so excited about anything I've read in forever, which kind of doesn't make sense because I've read... This would be, I think, the 4th time I've read Lord of the Rings.
Must just be striking the right moment.
Oh, good Lord. I'm at home. The TV's not on.
Just happy
my phone's on the other side of the room. I'm just sitting there with a book cracked open,
so you're
reading.
Gonna do Lord of the Rings ones, and then are you going to do The Hobbit?
I just got done reading The Hobbit. And not to say The Hobbit's not good, it is, but it's
just shorter.
It's shorter, and it's a kid's book, so it's not quite as in-depth. This is just like... Oh, my gosh, it's so good. So I just got to the part where they're hanging with Tom Bombadil, and it's great.
Good.
It's great. It's so good.
Well, how fun is that?
It's
nice when you have
great.
something that you like to do.
And it's been so long. I've had such a hard time finding a book that I like. I mean, I've read a bunch of books this year and I guess last year now, but and they've been like, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. This is just something like I'm reading a paragraph describing the river, and I'm like, this is so good.
So,
my gosh!
If now you check out our RadioU Riot pages from now on, if there's any postings done by Obi, you're like, what is this? Why is it so in depth and so expressive? It's like, well, that's why
I'm highlighting sections, it's like a Bible or something. I'm just like, I gotta underline that. We'll come back to that. Look at that right there.
I need to unpack that later.
We gotta take some. Let's get together. I'm ready to have a book club. I want people coming over.
And they're like, you read it so many times, so it doesn't matter. We're doing it again.
We're gonna take turns reading our favorite sections from this chapter.
Oh, goodness,
it's amazing.
Well,
again, I'm enjoying it so much.
That's nice that you've got something that you're enjoying right now.
It's so nerdy, and I feel like I need a smoking jacket. And everyone gather round while we talk.
The worst of the riot has no expiration date. It's born spoiled. It's the Riot on RadioU.
I feel like, Nikki, yesterday, watching the trailer for Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Did you see
cute.
That? It was pretty cute.
I feel like Nikki is what's her name?
Vanellope.
Vanellope, that's right. And I'm the Ralph, where like people are excited to see Vanellope and Ralph comes in and they're like, great. Here he is.
The only thing I felt, Wreck-It Ralph was such a big movie.
Wreck-It Ralph.
And we talked to, we interviewed once the guy who played King Candy. Remember him?
We did.
Yeah,
you're right.
Remember that guy? He's done other stuff too. But when I watched the trailer, I felt like it was still a couple of years too
late.
Like the storyline, the premise of it.
Well, looking at it, I'm not going to say I didn't laugh, but like when he went to eBay, I was like, bro.
It's like, this is product placement. I even saw it say on one of the signs, YouTube Red.
I saw that too.
And I was like, there's no way that wasn't paid for, because otherwise it would have said YouTube.
Of course it's paid. The whole internet is nothing but a big ad. This whole movie is going to be
too.
But at the same time,
it still looks kind of cute.
Man, him
when the cat ate the pancakes.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That I really liked.
I was laughing so hard, and then the kid is screaming, and I was just like, yes.
But that was the only part I really laughed at, but the trailer was kind of a different tone.
I thought the thing was funny when he's like, I feel like the cat's staring into my soul, like looking at the kitty thing on eBay, and I actually thought, I was like, daggone it. Here I am laughing at this stupid part, and I was thinking, man, putting eBay on there is dumb, because everybody's kind of done with eBay. And then the kitty thing, and I laughed. And I was like, crap.
You're like, I want one of those eBay paintings.
Daggone it.
Well, eBay's still trying to do, I saw a lot of ads for them recently. They're trying to make it like, hey, you want makeup? Go to eBay. Like it's a shopping mall or something. Like
well, that's how they want you to think about it.
But it's not. It's more troublesome than that.
Way more troublesome.
But the Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailer, I saw it was trending yesterday.
So, like, your take, you're like, a little too late?
I feel like the idea for the story of it, like they finally break into the internet for Wi-Fi, I feel like all the jokes are going to be a little too old.
Maybe.
Not for old people, but
that was so 8 years ago.
Yeah, like if there's an eBay joke, feels like 8 years ago.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll still end up seeing it. Is it November or October? November 21st. So yeah, right around oh, that's perfect. The tree will be up. We'll be playing Christmas music. The Christmas channel will be on. You'll be looking for something to do with family.
Or to stay away from the family. You're like, I gotta go to a movie.
Either way. I think that sounds fantastic.
Want to know what the Riot is doing right now? Follow them on Instagram and Twitter at riot.radiou.com. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
In the dystopian future in which we all live, we have forgotten about our parents. Sure, they gave birth to us, maybe fed us a little, whatever. But the items that are really issuing us into life, teaching us how to live, it's brands. Nike tells us how to exercise. McDonald's feeds us. Whoever clothes us. I'm just like, whatever I can find. But some people care, brands.
Some people like to look for certain brands.
Who are you if you aren't defined by the manufacturer of your phone? The operating system that you choose, or the video game system that you've purchased. Who made your TV? What kind of tablet do you carry? Brands are important, which is why, in that context, this becomes devastating news. The NFL, one of your favorite entertainment brands.
Oh, don't tell me.
They're breaking up.
With?
One of your favorite pizza brands.
Oh, Papa John's?
They've decided to, and I quote, mutually end the relationship.
Remember, that's what I told you. That was from back with the Papa John's owner saying the whole controversy that the players, players causing controversy, that causing people not watching the NFL. And he said that that's been hurting Papa John's.
Mm-hmm. He says it's affecting pizza sales.
Well, then they dumped or tried to move out that guy. That guy who's
CEO?
the one who's always on the commercials.
But isn't he the owner?
I think they pushed him out, though, to where, he's not what you see anymore.
So Papa's not the Papa?
I don't think so. I think he got in trouble because he said that.
Like John Schnatter.
Yeah.
He's the founder, the chairman, and the CEO. He's the everything.
He's all.
Now they're going to start, not calling it Papa John's? They'll call it Mama John's and bring in a woman? Is that what you think?
I guess I never caught that Papa John's was big with the NFL.
No, they were the official pizza of the NFL.
I didn't know there was an official one.
Well, you know what there is.
So who's going to take the place of that?
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut.
You like Pizza Hut, Nikki.
Don't say it like that.
Tell them the truth.
I don't like all Pizza Hut, but the one in my area is very nice.
She likes that.
And I
pizza.
like they have a Pizza Hut buffet, and there's something wrong about it that it's so right.
Did you notice how Chris is on a first-name basis with the lady that works there?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
How often is he going?
That's what I'd like to know.
And he's on this diet, too, where he gets these cheat days, but they're like every so often.
It's like once every 3 years.
Yeah, so how could he even maintain that relationship now?
I don't know. But I'll just tell you, we went in, and he totally called her by her first name.
Didn't she have the tag on, maybe? I bet you that's it.
I don't think so, Nikki. There was a familiarity there where I was just like, man, Chris.
You're sneaking pizza at night, aren't you?
Are you down? Are you down
hanging
hanging out?
Near that one.
You know, maybe he just comes down and eats like the salad bar and then watches people eat pizza.
Could be.
He's like, hey,
can we read me the menu?
Could you get the barbecue chicken and like, here's $10. I'm just going to sit over here. I need to see someone eat this pizza. Can you tell me how good it is?
Pizza Hut is now the official pizza for the NFL.
Yeah, that's right. I'll give Pizza Hut their breadstick dipping sauce.
You like that one?
That's all right. Their breadsticks.
Because again, at the buffet, it's like a vat of it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's the same vat they're reheating every day. They just add a little more to it.
There's fine. I mean, it kills.
There are fines, but the fines are cheaper than making new
it
pizza
kills
sauce.
The germs.
Sure. So Papa John's, that's it. I'm telling you, Papa John's, no matter what you think of them on a political level, at the very least, at least they give you a free dipping sauce, man. Makes me want to order some Papa John's pizza right now. Give me that dipping sauce.
I'll put a little special note there. Be like, even though you left the NFL thing, I'll still support you. I don't care.
You've given me free cups of dipping sauce all these years. I'm going to still buy your pizza. Now, they're still going to be doing NFL promotions on a local level with 22 of the 32 teams.
Sure.
But they won't be the big sponsor.
I always thought he was so tied in, Papa John's was, because that one guy who used to, here's where we really shine. You ready? The one guy who used to play football.
Yeah.
And owned a lot of the Papa John's, or still does.
And he came out on the field at the Super Bowl and like gave him a hug or something?
I don't know. Like he's just in one of the states.
Sure.
Elway, maybe?
Yeah, whatever.
Sounds like it. So that I'm sure is still a deal. And that's been your sports talk.
Thanks,
with
Nikki.
the Riot.
Thanks, Nikki.
I can't remember.
That obviously, again, the imaging, it worked. It really
did you
made an
feel
imprint on
like
Nikki.
you were with the story?
The part that keeps me up at night, we paid them for this. It's the worst of the Riot on RadioU.
Nikki, I know that RadioU, like one of our main goals as a company is to be just like Apple. We want to be like a multi-bajillion-dollar company that builds a spaceship
campus.
Office.
We want a campus.
Yeah, that's right. I want a campus. I want a campus where, like,
not a Krampus. We want a campus.
Oh, we had Krampus last year. I don't even want to talk about it. Very uncomfortable. So I want us to have like a wellness center. I want us to have like locker rooms.
Yeah.
I want us to have a kitchen and we have a kitchen.
A cafeteria.
Okay? A cafeteria. But like the kind of cafeteria where they don't tell us what they're fixing, we tell them what they're fixing. At a moment's notice, they have to be ready to fix whatever we want.
There's a cook there, but
and a Chick-fil-A.
If not, it's like the hospital or like school where you have like 4 or 5 bigger options and drinks and all that.
Okay, just as a side note, since you mentioned it, my mom, just had surgery a couple weeks ago. Do you know that they just call it room service? Like, they don't bring up, like, all right, made meatloaf again tonight.
You can order what you want from the menu.
The nurse brought her a menu, and she ordered. And I was like, what the heck? Look, I got a thing. Put me in the bed and give me one of those menus.
I got a cough. It won't go away.
Now, granted, my mom probably paid $10,000 for those cheese fries, but
or else it's fine.
It's fine. So anyway, I'm looking at this. I think that it's a little weird. Apple is getting ready to offer its own health care.
I think that's very smart.
They're going to install a dog. Okay, but do you know what this is turning into, right? Do you remember, and probably most of us don't, but I do because I remember dumb things. Do you remember when they used to talk about the mining towns where they would bring in the employees and the guys would go to work in the mines and the companies own the mines, but then they owned the company store, and they
owned the town. Yes,
they would set the prices so high that you would always be in debt to the company, and you could never work your way out. And like the mine people owned the doctor, they owned the store, they owned the this, we owned the that.
Like, it is not uncommon because we have a lot of factories where I used to live, and they always had with a big factory, they would have like 2 doors down, they'd have a building that was their medical building. So if you worked for that company, you didn't go to a doctor anywhere else. You went to their doctor because it's convenient, and they try to keep you close to the home ship. And it was easy, though. That was better because you could actually see somebody.
I feel like we're turning a corner. It's weird. I feel like
I think it'd be very nice.
Like the American dream used to be independence, and now the American dream seems to be getting in somewhere where they'll just take care of me.
Yeah.
Would somebody just take care of me?
With a reasonable price.
Will they feed me? Will they let me sit on the couch with my laptop while I work? They'll get my doctor stuff. It's weird. It's like back in the day, people were like, no, I'm not doing anything. I do it myself.
Well, I think there's other bigger companies that have also said they're looking into, because how nice would it be? You had a package that was hopefully the best price for you because you're all in the same company and it's tailored for you guys.
I get it. I mean, I get
really
it.
Great.
But I feel like they are
Health
just a
insurance
couple.
stuff is stupid now.
I don't disagree.
It's terrible.
I don't disagree, but it still feels like they're a couple of notches for putting the screws to you. Also,
but it'd be next door. It'd be convenient. And I don't mind if the screws get tightened a little bit if it's right there.
But the thing is, okay, like
There's no
you
buts.
just want to go home.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Okay? And so you're trying to make up symptoms that are just nondescript enough.
And they send you to the doctor right there.
Your boss just sends you to the doctor, and the doctor's like, he's faking again.
Whereas if you went to like the physician that you had since you were a baby, you still go there and he's like, oh, and he just doesn't even give you a shot. You get the pink stuff and you go home.
Or you just go home and tell them you went to the doctor. You didn't go?
They'll know.
Who can afford to actually
then maybe
go?
that's good for the company. They're holding that up to help fraud.
Again, see, they're saying that it's for your benefit. But I'm not convinced.
Well, Mitch, thanks for texting. He said, don't forget the nap pods at campuses for big buildings.
Oh, I want a nap pod.
That sounds perfect. And then Destiny works at Chase, and they have their own doctors and nurses, too.
What? And it doesn't cost any money? Yeah, but they have your healthcare data now. Like, you go in, and now the company knows what your affliction is. Unless, I would look into that.
Which then ties into your health insurance, and you can't even fib on that. You can't get away with anything nowadays.
They're just like, yeah, you can come for free, but just keep in mind that all the data we collect, we own it.
Sure.
So, and that means that we can use that data to make decisions about your employment.
But then also they could use that, then say, well, we need more health club. We need more relaxation, stress things.
Oh, man, Destiny's like, yeah, hey, Destiny, come in. Here's the thing that okay. I was going to put it in a negative way, like it's now mandated that you have to go to the health club 3 times a week, blah, blah, blah. But maybe they're like, Destiny, you've lost some weight. We need to get you in. So if you actually go next door, there's a whole dessert line.
Yeah.
And for the next week, you get to come in and have dessert every day.
It seems like then your employer really cares about you.
Man, they send me the salad bar. It's never.
We don't have any of that.
The Riot used to be 3 people.
Please tell me we're not discussing video games again.
The other guy didn't make it. It's the Riot.
Nikki, have you ever thought to yourself that you're tired of cats and dogs and what you really need is a monkey?
No, I love cats and dogs.
But wouldn't you like to have a monkey?
No, I've never understood.
Everybody has cats and dogs.
And you want to be special and
Why
different.
don't you get yourself a
They
monkey
seem more
already?
high maintenance.
I want to talk about Don Abrego. Don Abrego lives in Wyoming, Michigan, and he, unlike Nikki, was tired of all the cats and dogs.
So he got a monkey?
And he was like, I'm getting a monkey.
I don't think you're supposed to. Like, I think legally maybe you can, depending on where you're at, but that's one of those pets that you're not really supposed to have.
You wanted a monkey called a capuchin money? That can't be right. It should be capuchin monkey. I think they just left the K out. And he says he found one in Hawaii. And so he went ahead and kind of like put the order in and it was $400. So he went ahead and sent the $400. And he said,
To order a monkey from Hawaii to Michigan?
Yeah. That seem unreasonable?
Well, I mean, I shipped a laptop there once, and I think it was almost that price.
Okay, well, $400.
This is a monkey.
So as soon as he sent the money, the shipper was like, oh, look.
The monkey doesn't want to come.
No, like the flight got canceled, and we've got to do an extra vaccination, so we need some more money.
Right, so it's
he
a
did
scam.
That. And then he kept coming back to him, and he was like, over the course of what was like a week or two, he sent them 20 different Amazon gift cards ranging from $100 to $500. And
now,
he said the people at the Walgreens and the CVS kept saying to him,
it's a scam.
Listen, we don't know what's going on, but it seems like something's not right. You probably shouldn't be doing this. And they kept saying that to him. And he was like, nah.
I'm getting a monkey.
I'm getting a monkey.
So
nah.
Does it say how old he is, or?
We don't know how old he is, but we're getting to what is one of the best parts. We're not there yet. He says at this point he's spent about $5,000. He's gotten no monkey.
Aww.
That's the sad part.
Sure.
Right? So he spent some time with the Better Business Bureau. They say that if you see ads for an exotic animal online, they estimate that approximately 80% of those ads are fake and a scam.
That's a big chance then.
Now keep that in mind. 80% of online ads for exotic animals they think are fake. So obviously you want to deal locally. He's been to the police. And one of the things that the police wanted, they're like, hey, listen, you need to see if you can get this guy to send you his ID. Mm-hmm. So he's like, all right, I will. So in the course of the conversation,
how did he get him to send his ID?
He got the guy that was scamming him to send him his ID. Mm-hmm. He took the ID to the police, and they got a look at it, and it was, in fact, McLovin from Superbad.
I can't win.
The guy
he got scammed on that.
The guy sent him a copy of the McLovin
and the guy didn't
ID
even get it
from Superbad, and he didn't get it.
He must be older. Maybe it's like a grandfather or something.
Dude.
Poor guy. That's a lot of money. What's the other scam where they always say do cards? The like the IRS ones that you get calls for. Right. You should never, ever give anybody a gift card unless it's a friend or family member.
Says that he used Western Union to send money, Amazon gift cards, and PayPal. Now, PayPal got him his money back.
Sure.
So any of the money that went through PayPal, he got it back.
But gift cards, no.
Pretty much everything else. The Better Business Bureau suggests using a credit card because that makes it easier to get your money back. So, like, if somebody's scamming you on a credit card, the credit card company can stop payment, et cetera, et cetera.
Don't you think the credit card company, when we're $5,000 in, is like, hey, that's your loss. That's you're not being smart enough?
Well, it would depend. Like, if you made a $5,000 purchase with a credit card, of course, you'd want to check with your provider, but a lot of them do offer some kind of purchase protection.
Yes,
but something tells me that this monkey guy, he didn't do that kind of research. Because McLovin was selling him a monkey. Dang, man.
Well, I bet he was so disappointed when he found out. You mean like that's not his ID?
What do you mean? The man's name is McLovin. Go arrest him. He lives in Hawaii.
The Riot talks about wanting a day off, but when do we get a day off from them?
Whoa! You suck at this.
It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
You know, one of the things that's on our bucket list is that we've got to get over to Alaska, the Alaskan mountains, and climb Denali.
Well, no, but I would like to go to Alaska.
Okay.
But I don't think I want to go climb anything, but I know it's so beautiful there. I've always wanted to go.
So one of the most popular routes up Denali is the Kahiltna Glacier. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Nikki, here's the thing. It takes a while to get up there. So you're on the glacier having a good time, and you're like, excuse me, guide.
I know what this is.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where the bathroom is?
Where's the nearest gas station?
Do you know where it is?
Or I like a little fast food restaurant.
Place you go to the bathroom.
Or remember that one tip, if you have to go to the bathroom, you go into a hotel.
Yeah. So they're like, well, you just in this bag, and then you just throw it down the thing.
A bag?
Yeah, you take a bag.
Like you're a dog?
Yes, it's a biodegradable bag, though. So then you just throw the bag in, and
I'm not prepared.
all of it is reclaimed by the earth. At least that's what they thought. Here's what they've discovered. There's a little problem with the temperature. It's cold.
Yeah.
So
it never biodegrades.
It doesn't degrade.
Someone wasn't thinking.
The National Park Service has come out and issued an estimate that between the years of 1951 and 2012, they believe that we've managed to deposit about 215,000 pounds of
poop bags.
Number 2.
Oh, so is it just there?
Yeah, it's just there.
They're not like, like if you go to the park and there's the doggy poop bag trash can?
No. See, like it's supposed to all just be biodegradable.
Yeah, but it's not. So it's just off to the side.
So some of their concerns.
I can't do that. I don't even know. Like, I'm never going to go there. I can't now.
You can't?
I can't. I can't go in a bag.
They're actually becoming concerned that...
health reasons, right?
Well, that, and they're really concerned that it's going to start, and you're going to love this.
Attracting the bears?
Nope.
Oh.
Staining the glacier.
Ew.
Those are...
Oh, gosh.
Their words.
Then we're like, I only drink glacier water.
Let me tell you.
So now you got that.
Let me tell you a little something about that glacier water that you're spending all
the money on.
Money.
Yuck, that's terrible.
So, glacier water.
What are you supposed to do, though? Maybe bury it, dig a hole?
If you want to know the truth, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do. I think, no. I'm sorry. I do know what you're supposed to do.
Hold it?
Well, after a fashion, yeah. Yeah. You see, what you do is, once you get your bag, then you just...
no, you don't! No!
You just put it in your bag.
No, you don't. Stop it. You can't do that. No, you can't. That's horrible. That is a lie. You're carrying it around with you?
You put your bag in the bag, and...
Okay.
Then you bring it back down.
Every time I take my dog on a walk.
There's a place it goes when the climb is done.
That's a long time.
Sure is.
All right. Well, that was not on the bucket list, and at that point, I'd rather bring a bucket.
It's not anymore.
I'm not going to do that.
It's not anymore. We're just going to go ahead and...
Those are the details you never think about. You're like, oh, yeah, climbing. Like, how do they do that just on other trips?
Mm-hmm. So you can go ahead and count me out on that. Really count me. But you know what? In fairness, even with the sewage situation, I wasn't climbing anyway.
Yeah, but they don't know that. So it makes you still look like you're active.
Right. Okay, that's
adventure.
A good call. Like, unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond our control, I will not be able to participate this year.
This hike.
It's the worst of the riot, because calling it the best of the riot would be a lie. Radio U.
Raise your hand if you know who Jason Voorhees is.
I remember.
Who is he, Nikki?
He's one of the bad guys. Is that Jason?
He's the bad guy.
From Halloween? Or Friday the 13th?
I love that you said that.
Is it not Halloween?
It's from Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay, that one.
They're not the same thing.
Okay.
But Jason is the masked
with
murderer.
The nails?
No. That's Freddy. That was intentional.
Okay.
I caught you. I could tell that you went one step too far.
No, I actually don't remember.
Come on.
I never saw those.
Well,
I didn't want to be scared.
You know what? No, your parents loved you enough to tell you no. My parents were like, please just get out of here. Just shut up and watch the TV. Whatever. Let's get out.
But I know, like, what's the lake one? Is that
Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah,
so the
one.
idea is Jason drowned in the lake because the counselors were too busy with their shenanigans. And then, of course, in the first film, Jason's mom comes back and kills everybody. But then Jason comes back and kills everybody because, like, I don't know, he was undead at the bottom of the lake. So on and on and on. The Friday the 13th films entered my childhood at the exact wrong moment. So that they were able to... So that
now you have to sleep at night facing the door in case something comes in and you're afraid.
I mean, they were introduced at a time to like create maximum scarring.
Sure.
Is when they were introduced. And as a result, I mean, I can remember times as a kid, this is so funny, but it's true, like being sure during this one like lightning storm that I could see Jason outside. Like I knew he was there. Like, and it's like, but part of me was like, I know he's not there, but it was like, no, the terror is too real.
Yeah, you're just too scared.
Yeah. So now we've got a guy here. His name is Curtis Lahr, and this is crazy. He built a statue of Jason that looks pretty darn real. And you know what he did with it? He put it in a lake.
What? That's mean.
Well, I guess it's a lake where a lot of people do scuba diving.
Well, there has been stuff like that. I mean, that's common, but this one's just to scare you.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it scares some people, but it's also become this thing where,
like a joke.
If you go diving in Crosby, Minnesota, people go down to find the Jason statue. Which I'm just going to let you know that if I was diving and I saw that, it would be the end of my life.
Imagine if you had no idea.
I would die of a heart attack.
Gosh, it'd be too much.
It would be like, there would be something inside me that would say, it's finally happened.
There he is.
I knew it was real.
Oh, the statue's weird looking. Like, they almost need to have signs posted underwater as well. Like, hey, just a heads up, something's coming.
Yeah. Oh, I hope.
Like a warning.
I can't swim in lakes again ever.
And he has a machete, too.
Yeah, he does.
And he's chained down there.
Yeah, he is.
That's spooky. Some people have different senses of humor. So.
No, I'll tell you right now, me seeing other people be scared by this, that's hilarious. Me being scared by it, I'm dead now.
Well, no worry, nothing to fear about because we're not going scuba diving.
Everybody would be like, hey, it's a prank video. And then all of a sudden they're like, wait, is he okay? Wait, is he okay? Wait, somebody call an ambulance right now. Hey, wake up. Come on, wake up. Wake up. Are you okay? That's where that prank video goes for me. Except we're 120 feet under the water, so I'm just doing the dead man float. But that's not just something you say.
It's like that's really happened.
He's really gone.
Aww.
Don't want to talk to the Riot? We completely understand. Text instead. 877-2-RADIO-U.
This may not happen to you, but it happens to me all the time. When you get really excited about something that they're announcing, and then they're like, yes, it's for children. And you're like, oh.
Oh, it sounded like something you would like.
Oh, right. Huh. Yes.
Well, you know what?
I'm happy. That excitement, I was happy for the kids.
Why is it wrong that you have the heart of a child? What's wrong with that?
I was happy for the kids.
You have the joy of being young and fancy-free and no responsibilities.
Sure is great for the kids that they're doing that, right?
Is it anime?
It's animated.
Yeah, okay.
They said they were going to have a Rocketeer TV show, and I was like, yes, dude, yes. Now, I'd never seen The Rocketeer. I'd seen pictures of it or whatever, but earlier this year or maybe late last year, man, did I rent it? Where did I find it? I don't know, but somebody was talking about The Rocketeer. It's a Disney movie. And I was like,
How old is it?
Old.
Really old?
Let's find out. The Rocketeer. I mean, the thing is, it's an old movie, and it's made to look like an old movie. It's supposed to happen just before World War II, and it was a comic book that they turned into a movie, and The Rocketeer is, it's about a guy, they, design a flying rocket suit. He accidentally ends up with it. They design a helmet that lets him fly around, and, doesn't all that sound like stuff I would like, but super nerdy? I get it. It's fine. Okay, the movie came out in 1991.
Okay.
Right? So I saw that movie for the first time last fall and loved it.
So you're all ready for something more from that.
I loved it. I understand why it didn't do well in the 90s, and I understand why people might watch it now and not like it.
Which always is like, well, then why are they picking it up and doing something else with it?
Well, I guess it's been a long-running thing that, hey, they're going to do something with this movie, and they never did. And now they're like, hey, we've got a new Rocketeer show coming out. And I'm like, yes! They're like, on Disney Junior?
Oh! Not even like a Cartoon Network or something. I know Disney owns it, so of course it's going to... What's the other Disney one where, the Star Wars thing is? XD?
I don't know.
I think, because, that's, the middle one.
So, there's Junior and then XD. Yeah, so at least if it had been on XD, I would have been like...
You're closer to it. More like a Cartoon Network.
Dang it.
Sorry. You're getting very young.
I know. It's totally a problem.
It's happened.
It's totally a problem. But you know what? It's fine. I'm not this is the face of somebody that's not worried about it. I feel
you can still watch and just not tell anybody.
I'm a grown up. I got it.
Thanks for listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh no! I missed it! Do it again!
You can hear us live every day on the RadioU network through the RadioU app or at riot.radiou.com.
You're not naked jeeping.
No one's doing that.
Well, that's because you can't get enough breeze on that thing.